Welcome, my special friends, to another episode of our heart-powered, inspiring interviews. And as you know, every week I introduce an amazing guest to you. And today, her name, and you might not want to forget her name is Lauren Powers. And she's such a beautiful friend. Yes, she's one of the strongest women in the world. At the same time, she has such a big heart. And her and I, we had so much fun when we were both speaking at a Women Economic Forum a couple of years ago in Delhi. So, who is Lauren Powers? Let me tell you, let me introduce you to her. She is an author, she's an award winning international speaker, she's an actress, she's a model, and she's the CEO and the founder of Powers Fitness Events. She's also a 10, not once, not twice, not 5 times, a 10-time heavyweight bodybuilding champion. And she's an entrepreneur, a model, and the founder of Lauren Powers Classic and now Powers Fitness Events, which represents Team USA, a respected fitness competition in Southern California that rewards success based on merit, not academics. She's also a teacher, a mentor, an advocate for individual achievement and excellence, and she's a recent award winning international speaker in cinema and media from the Women of Excellence India. And she's also a competitive bodybuilder, wrestler, and all around fantasy girl. And as you can see, she's a blonde haired, blue eyed, all American Amazon. Well, she's also always super excited to share her stories with the world to inspire and motivate people like you and me who have lived outside of the box and dare to be different. So, her motto, and this is what she's living as well, is she's always saying, it's the heart that makes the good. If it were easy, everyone would do it. So, this is Lauren and so much more. Lauren, it's so great to have you with us today. Welcome.
Yes, thanks, Monique. Thanks for having me. I haven't seen you since India. We had so much fun. Oh my
So
gosh.
much fun. Yes.
Yeah,
We
that was
even had
heartfelt.
angels going with us, right? So,
Absolutely. We spent all day with she was like a Swami guru type healer
it was
lady.
amazing.
And all day we did just amazing breakthroughs and a lot of work there. That was really,
And it came out of curiosity, right? We walked down this hallway, and then you and
oh,
I were
that's right.
convinced that with a closed door, we need to have an eye on what it is, right? So, again, curiosity sometimes brings you to different worlds. Anyhow,
Exactly.
Lauren, I know that you're a lady of many facets and dimensions, and you're also an entrepreneur, and you're an
Yes.
ambassador of health, and there's so much more. But let's talk about business for a moment, because our community is a lot of speakers, business owners, business leaders, and change makers, and they always love to pick up some hints and tips of how can they grow their business, how can they make a bigger impact. So, what are 3 things that you have done recently that you feel is bringing your enterprise, your business to an entirely new level?
Just three. I do so
Let's
much.
start
I'm
with
still
one.
speaking.
Let's start with one and then see how far we go.
Right, right. Well, I've branched out since India, and I've got involved with so many women empowerment groups because have the same mindset as you do, Monique, and really about lifting women up and inspiring them, motivating them. I did write a bestseller book called Beneath the Muscle, Unleash Your Inner Champion. And it comes with a workbook, and it's all about how my stories can impact the reader and and level them up, if you will. So I'm all about lifting women up instead of comparing and competing. My focus is on collaborating and how we can help each other. That's why you and I, hit it off so well, because we have that same goal in mind, is how we can impact and inspire other women. So I've continued that path, joining many women's groups. I'm speaking like all over the world, such as, platforms like this. I'm speaking at a big women's empowerment summit this Saturday. I'm super excited. And now if you can see behind me, the Power Hour with Lauren Powers, I've considered myself the faith and fitness queen, where I'm the host of the show. I go live every week, and it's also a podcast. So really, I'm helping other women entrepreneurs get their message out. And because we all have a story, right? We all have something to share. And so I just felt from my heart to give this people and use my stage and my platform to let other women and just share it like you're doing with me today, just letting other people hear your story. So lots going on, Monique, in my world, lots going on. I'm still do the Hollywood thing. COVID, put things back a little bit, but I'm still going strong. I did a 30-day summit. I actually got to interview Dr. Harbeen, our mentor from India, and she was on my summit. So that was amazing. She was one of the top 100 most influential women in the world. And so I still look up to her so much. She's one of my top mentors. And you can see this is live. Real life going on. The dogs are barking. I've got a little construction going on. So sorry for that. Always up-leveling with whether it's myself, self-education, my health, my home, everything, always looking to go to the next level. So
I love that. And again, I know also your book is amazing. I remember that you gifted me a copy when we met in India, and it's so inspirational. So, again, a lot of people are, tell us a little bit about, you coming up with the idea of writing that book and taking the time and, putting it all, words down on paper or on a screen, right? And getting the book out. So how was that for you? Just as an encouragement to everyone in our community to also get their story out there and share it with the world in a greater way in form of a book. So, what would you say? How did you come up with the commitment to make it happen? Because you are like a buddy woman, right? And sitting in front of a screen and typing it all out. How did you do it? How did you turn it eventually into an incredible success story? Because I know your book is like in above 90 categories in 11 countries. It's a best-selling book, right? So how did
11
you
countries.
How did you
11
make that happen?
countries. It went international bestseller in 11 countries in 98 categories.
Yeah.
So which is it's great, and that does fill my heart, because it was an undertaking. It was not easy. I'm going to be totally transparent. It was very emotional, getting all these stories out of me, because the things that happened, because I talk about my past, but how I overcame different. It's called triumphs over tragedies. It's called life, and so it's how we respond in our attitude and what we do going through things that can stop us in our tracks. But when we push through and come out on the other side, that's the story, that's the triumph. So every chapter has a similar story like that, and how I came through it. So that I just felt if I didn't share these things with the world, so I have a pretty big fan base, that would be selfish, and just to hold it into myself, so I use things that have happened to me to let other women know that they can go through it as well and come out on the other side. So it took a lot. It was a team effort. I had a different couple ghostwriters help me, because sitting in front of the computer, that's not my lane. I'm so busy speaking and meeting other people.
And how did you turn it into such an incredible best-selling book in so many categories? How did you go about that, you and your team?
Again, that was a team effort. Some friends of mine, that's what they do. So that's another point to mention is we can't be good at everything, although we try. I know you and I are very much the same. I want to do it all. And what I found is that actually doesn't hold you back. So I invested in myself and it takes some risk, and you have to step out of your comfort zone and say, okay, now I'm going to hire people to help me, hire some VAs to help with landing pages, help with a website designer, help with, a publishing company to do something like this, instead of trying to do it yourself. And that's just having self-worth and self-value, that you are worth it. And that starts with a mindset. So these are things that I coach on with my clients, to really focus in on what matters and stay in your lane. Like fitness, obviously, you heard my bio, being 10-time champion, all those things. So I'm like, okay, that's my lane. I know fitness, I know health. How could I use my purpose and my passion and things that I've done in my past to inspire other people to do the same? So I've committed now, my whole thing now is to help women really look at their health and make that a top priority, Monique, because without our health, we have to really think about that. What is all this wealth? All this stuff we spend so much time building, especially as entrepreneurs, we're either in network marketing or we're building our own courses or whatever it may be, that we spend so much time doing that we forget about ourselves. But all that can go away if we don't feel good. So I'm like, I am so committed now, and everything I do, everything I have, everything, my whole journey, my whole lane now is to really instill into women, especially, that not to put themselves last at the end of the day, but to change that mindset, put themselves first. I say God first and then them. And so everything else can level up and impact everything. Their business will thrive, their children, their spouse, their home, whatever it is that they put above them now can flourish more instead of the other way around. And it's just so you know, I've seen so many women spend their wealth trying to get their health.
Right.
And that's backwards, ladies. It's
I
just the
hear you.
opposite.
And you know what?
So,
I mean, a lot of women, especially, is actually not only women, men equally, but let's talk about women right now.
yes.
Spend a lot of time at their desk at the moment, right? I mean, as you say, we're zoomed out, right? So, what are some because you are the fitness, you're the health queen, right? What are
Yes.
some hints you give these women to really make sure that they take care of their health in the best way?
Good question. It's that whole mindset. Everything starts with mindset. I know you talk about it. I mean, every speaker I've seen always brings that up. Why? Because it's the most important. We have to get this right. And we have to make a decision that we matter, that we are worth it. We deserve that special time. So I love my clients to say, you know what, make a date with themselves. Give themselves, even if it's something as small as 20 minutes, if you can give yourself a whole hour, even better, or work up in baby steps and really devote that time to yourself, whether it's taking a nap, getting a massage, getting a facial, going to the chiropractor, getting acupuncture, whatever that is that serves you, that can make your day better. Carve that time out and give it to yourself without any distractions. Like I've got all the stuff going on right now, and I know it's hard. Trust me, I always have a ton of things going on, but I always try to focus in and just give myself that time. And I actually put it in my calendar, and I know that time is for me. And I promise you, ladies, your whole life will change if you just give yourself and honor yourself, put yourself first, love yourself for that time, whatever that feels good for you. Reading a book. I mean, everybody's different. So whatever it is that elevates you and changes your mood and makes you smile and warms your heart, those type of things are so important. And because I know so many women get so busy, and including myself, at the end of the day, the last thing you want to do is, oh, you just want to like check out. No. You want to give yourself the self-love and self-care. Very important.
Love it. And I remember, we had such a fun time in a fitness center as well when we were in Delhi, right? I had to take advantage of getting some hints and tips from you. And I think, Lauren, you're probably going to be, oh, yeah, I remember that.
Don't let the muscles scare you, though. Yeah, I work with all types of
my muscles are not as powerful as yours, but hey, I keep them in shape. And I hope you're going to be proud of me because I'm going to at least, go to a power plate center twice a week. So I carve that time out as well. It makes me feel good too. So
yes,
love that.
take care of yourself. So important.
And as you know, I know you're a lady with a big heart, right? And we know that heart holds so much power, right? And we call our business. Oh yeah, I love that one. I wonder which ones you have there. You probably have a whole pile of funny ones. But again, our business is called HeartPowered Business right now. So I'd like to know from you, what does it mean for you to run a heart-powered business, to run a business, to use the power of your heart?
Well, I'm known for that actually. And I feel like even time when I get on stage, I don't have like a signature talk. I don't have, a scripted line. Even when I interview my guests on my show, nothing is scripted because I like to come from the heart and just be transparent. And I feel that it's so much more powerful when you have that mindset and I'm not worried about the results. And I think whatever you do in life, if you're not attached to the results and you just come from the heart and you come from generosity and you come with this mindset to give versus get. I'm involved in a lot of networking things and people are like, oh, what can I get? I got to get 3 more clients. I got to get this. I got to get business cards or whatever. And you can see those ones that have that get mentality. And for me, it's the opposite. It's how can I serve? Come from this mentality. How can I serve others? And everything else that it changes. The energy changes because you're there to give and to help and to serve. And that's the only way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly,
I feel with you.
give versus get.
Same here, right? And
now
even when we prepare speeches, and some speakers do, the moment we step onto stage, we come and speak from our heart, right? Because sometimes there's something coming out of us where I think like, where does that come from? It's not even my words, right? So, Lauren, I know you're a power woman and you love action, and I know you inspire others, but you also like to turn things into action. And as you know, what we do repeatedly, what becomes a habit has the biggest impact, right? What is one
Absolutely.
success habit that you have? One thing you do pretty regularly that you feel is really making a biggest difference to yourself, your well-being, your health, and your business. What is
Mhm.
one of your success habits?
I love that because I do talk about that one. It always comes up in my speeches and talks from the heart, is to make health a habit. They've been talking about this whole time, is putting yourself first and choosing you. And I love that audiences just literally stand up and yell out, I choose me, I choose me, and the energy, the whole energy shifts in the room when that happens, because we're not used to that. Women by nature are nurturers, and they put everything above themselves. So that whole thing and making it a habit to just give yourself that time, like I discussed earlier, make that date with yourself, make that a habit. Prayer and meditation, so important. Carve out that time in the morning, set your intentions from the heart and with positive goals in mind, and little baby steps. They don't have to be these massive things. It's just so you have a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day, and you go back and look at maybe your little to-do list or whatever it is. And mine is my calendar, and I love that it goes from being dark and highlighted to like a gray. That means I accomplished it. So at the end of the day, I can look at this and I have that sense of accomplishment, and live with gratitude. That is a huge, and it shouldn't be a habit, it should be natural, but we get so caught up in our busyness that we forget to stop and be grateful for everything we do have versus what we don't have. And I think that if you make gratitude a habit and make health a habit, those two things changes everything. You will skyrocket. Those two things instead of just one. I like two: good health and in gratitude. And be grateful for your health. Be grateful what you've been given and where you are in your fitness level. You don't have to be a bodybuilder like me. I understand that most of my clients either want to lose 100 pounds or just tone and trim and firm up and be, have more energy and be flexible and fit back in their, business suits or their skinny jeans, whatever it may be. So that's a whole process I love to take people through.
Love it.
Yes.
And we not only talk about habits, we always every week give everyone some kind of action they can take right away to embody and to embrace what we've discussed in our interview, to take action right away. I guess I already know what you're suggesting, but why don't you go ahead and suggest it to everyone? What is the action you invite everyone to take today in a concrete way?
I'd say actually it's a 3-step process. One, you have to decide, make a decision every day that you are going to give yourself that time, and then commit to it. It's a 2-step thing, commit to it and then take action. So whatever you commit to, whether it's a 20 minutes or it's, reading a chapter in an inspiring book or writing your email, whatever that may be, decide, make a commitment, and then take the action and follow through with it. And those 3 things, if you do just that every single day, everything always seems to be more impactful. You elevate up, you impact everybody around you, your business skyrockets, like everything just stems from that. So start with that mindset, though, that you are enough, you are worthy, you deserve it. Take that time for yourself, choose you first, not last. And I promise everything shifts. So make yourself a habit.
I love that. I love that, Lauren. And I would suggest that everyone that is with us today, okay, as you know, we always invite you to take action right away. So do as Lauren suggests, okay, take us up on the challenge. Okay, first of all, say me first. Okay,
There
I
you go.
choose me. Okay, I
I
choose
choose
me.
me.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then make a decision. You choose you today, and ask yourself, what is one thing you can do to feel good, to feel empowered, to feel strong, to really
Yes.
feel like you come first? What is that one thing? Commit to
Mhm.
making it happen. And today, just carve out 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever works for you, and just
And
take
do it.
action. Do it, exactly. And the good
Just
news
do
is in this
it.
case, the doing becomes the being, and that's the powerful part, right? So
Absolutely.
I know, Lauren, I'm sure a lot of people feel really inspired by you and love to connect with you because you are the fitness and health queen.
Yep.
And, again, if you like to invite Lauren to speak at your event or your stage, or if you, want to work with her to get into good shape in some way, or you want to learn from her, Lauren, how can they get in touch with you?
Pretty simple, Monique. My website is huge, laurenpowers.com. It has all the social media icons to connect with me like everybody else. I'm on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter and LinkedIn, like on all of them. So, and Instagram, of course. So yeah, if you just go to my website, laurenpowers.com, I actually, for your audience, I have a free assessment. So if anybody wants to just get an assessment where they are now, where they want to be, we go through, I dive pretty deep. It's a $500 value. I'd love to give your guests and your listeners a free assessment call. I'm just one call away to rocking your world.
Sounds
Putting faith and
fabulous.
fitness first. Yeah.
Right, love it, Lauren. Do you want to round it off with one final thought of inspiration for everyone today?
Well, I love the fact what you're doing, Monique. I think that's great. Connecting us heart-filled entrepreneurs together. And I think we need to stick together because it's not always easy, you know, and when you come from the heart and without financial gain, it can be a struggle, but it's worth it. So stick to it.
We want to connect, right? And we want to connect from the heart, right?
Absolutely. Heart to heart.
Love
That's
it.
why you're my sister. Yes, all the way from India.
Absolutely. We are definitely
You're in Berlin and I'm in California. Look at that. We're still connected. I love it.
And again, you know, distance doesn't matter, right? Time
No,
doesn't matter, right? Okay.
does not.
I love that. So again, okay, all of you that are here, I hope we could inspire you and uplift you, and you took some golden nuggets away. Start choosing yourself first. I think that's a powerful message. Okay. And as you know, every week regularly, we invite you to really tap in with us for another heart-powered inspiring interview. So we are back with you soon. Just keep an eye out and connect with Lauren to get to know her and her amazing world, and again, see how she can help you to get more fit and healthy and choose yourself in the first place. Okay. So have a fabulous week. Thank you, Lauren, for being on. Thank you all for being on such a regular basis, and make sure you exchange and connect with us in the Heart Power Global Nation, because we are here to help you to speak up, scale up, and impact the world in a more powerful way. See you soon, everyone. Have a great day and a great week. We'll be in touch. Cheers.
Cheers.